The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. It's now time for Ottumwa Softball. Heard right here on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM, KBIZ. Now, let's get you to the field with the voice of the Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High Softball is on the air. Good evening, everybody, from Indianola. Jason Van Arkel reporting. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Carl Davis, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Look, the skies are clear. It's not raining. There's not smoke and haze in the air, and Ottumwa High Softball is going to play for the first time in a week after losing 8 games to weather last week. We're back at it, getting ready for regionals on Saturday. A single varsity game tonight as your Bulldogs take on the Indianola Indians. Ottumwa comes in at 17-13. They finished up 13-5 in Iowa Alliance South play, and the story for Ottumwa has gone from how can they find consistency on offense to will they be able to play enough games to get ready for the regionals. As we mentioned, the Bulldogs lost 8 straight games to various weather conditions, including the rain, which unfortunately wiped out the entire Ottumwa Classic last weekend. Tonight would have been the final game of the regular season for Ottumwa, but after the Classic was rained out, OHS agreed to play a home doubleheader with Class 5A number 3 Ankeny on Wednesday. So if nothing else, the Bulldogs will get 3 straight games against ranked teams to prepare for Saturday's regional semifinal at Cedar Rapids Jefferson, who, by the way, is ranked 15th at the moment, but the Jayhawks have lost 3 in a row, and they may not be ranked in the final poll, which will come out on Thursday. We mentioned 3 ranked opponents in a row. It starts with Indianola, who's ranked 6th in Class 4A. The Indians are 25-11. They finished at 16-5 in the Little Hawkeye Conference under longtime head coach Stacey Evans. Indianola has been a team that's spent a good portion of the past decade as a thorn in Ottumwa's side. This year's Indians, as we said, finished 3rd in the Little Hawkeye, although the top 3 teams in that league, including Norwalk and DCG, are all ranked in the top 6 in Class 4A. Indianola has 4 hitters with all-state caliber numbers. They hit for a ton of power, a .502 team slugging, and 34 home runs in 36 games. Their defense is also excellent, a .952 team fielding percentage, and they've only given up 27 unearned runs all season. If anything is keeping them from perhaps being a legit state title contender ranked in the top 3, it's a pitching staff that's been good but not great. Their top 2 starters both have ERAs at 3 or above. They strike out less than a batter per inning, and they've had trouble with walks from time to time. Now, Indianola has a fearsome offense, and they are favored to take that offense to Fort Dodge again this year. But if the Ottumwa offense isn't too rusty after a week off, a patient approach could see some results here against the Indians. We're just getting started on the Bulldog pregame show. Both teams are out in the field warming up, getting ready for this single varsity game. We will take a 2-minute timeout, come back and talk about the last time these 2 teams met and how the series has gone over the past decade. That comes your way next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
This is Opula with Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? You don't really want to cook? Stop in and see us. We are known for the best pizza in Southeast Iowa. Enjoy a mouth-watering steak or an awesome tenderloin. We also have salads, pasta, chicken and fish, and of course, amazing Greek food. Call ahead for carryout. Our full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you for making us your favorite restaurant. We look forward to serving you at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse.
Opa! Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Bulldogs and Indianola, single varsity game tonight. It would have been our final regular season game, but Ottumwa has signed up with Ankeny to play a doubleheader on Wednesday at Houston Field. We will not have those games on the air. We were already set to call baseball on Wednesday as they're at home to take on Fort Madison. We're going to stick with that plan. So we'll get one final regular season softball broadcast tonight, a final regular season baseball broadcast on Wednesday, and then the postseason begins this weekend. Bulldog baseball will open sub-state play Friday at 7 o'clock at Waukee, and then Bulldog softball Saturday at 7 at Cedar Rapids Jefferson as they'll try to survive and advance. The last time Ottumwa and Indianola played was last year on June 9th, and the Bulldogs pulled out a 7-6 victory at Houston Field over the Indians. Ottumwa doesn't have many victories over Indianola in the past 10 years, but as we mentioned, they did beat the Indians 1 year ago. A 5-run second inning plus a couple of insurance runs in the fourth were just enough as the Bulldogs overcame 3 errors in that game that led to 4 Indianola runs. Jocelyn Ware and Ella Aller each drove in 3 runs to lead OHS to victory. According to the Bound website, which, as we've discovered this year, isn't always completely accurate with the past results, Indianola leads this series 20-6. That goes back to 2013 when Indianola first joined the CIML Metro. Remember, they were in the same conference with Ottumwa for a number of years before the Indians moved on to the Little Hawkeye Conference. Let's take one final look at the Iowa Alliance South standings for this year now the conference play is all wrapped up. Des Moines Lincoln won the conference. They went 16-4 in conference play. 28-12 overall is where they stand coming into this week. Ottumwa 13-5, 2 games back. Roosevelt 14-6, also 2 games back, a virtual tie for second. The Rough Riders are 25-12 on the year. It's been a real nice season for Roosevelt. East ended up 8-10 in the conference. 10-28 overall is their record coming into the week. Hoover went 3-15 in conference play. And North winless overall, and they were 0-14. In the conference. By the way, the Iowa Alliance North, it was won by Fort Dodge. They swept Ames last week. Fort Dodge went 15-1. Ames went 13-3 in the North. Mason City was 6-10. Marshalltown 5-11. Waterloo East 1-15, bringing up the bottom of the North. All right, we'll take another 2-minute timeout here on the Bulldog pregame show. When we return, we will have tonight's starting lineups. That comes your way next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, with live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Ottumwa at Indianola. Let's check the starting lineups for tonight. First, for the visiting Bulldogs. Leading off and playing shortstop, Jocelyn Ware. Batting second, the right fielder, Sydney Rockhold. Ella Aller, the second baseman, will bat third, and Sam Weeks will catch and hit cleanup. Jordan Paul's back in the lineup. Paul's the designated player batting fifth. Ashlyn Sheets, the pitcher, will bat sixth. Emma Strayer at third base hits seventh. Avery Frankie, the left fielder, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Maddie Hauk. The flex player for Ottumwa will be the first baseman, Hunter Caldwell. As for Indianola, leading off the third baseman, Kylie Kindlespire. Batting second, the shortstop, Bryn Ortland. The center fielder, Dana Blake, will bat third. And the first baseman, Jordan Grip, hits cleanup. Katie Fosenberg in left field batting fifth. Izzy Sloan will pitch and bat sixth. Izzy Benge, the second baseman, hits seventh. Kyra Robbins, the catcher, batting eighth. And batting ninth is the designated player, Tessa Grip. The flex player for Indianola will be their right fielder, Amanda Bauer. The pitching matchup tonight for Ottumwa, it will be the senior Ashlyn Sheets, 10-7 on the season. Don't have fully updated stats, can't give you the other numbers on her, but again, 10-7, and really pitched in some tough luck a couple of weeks ago, leading up to last week when we thought maybe we'd have some games to get things going, and instead we had the smoke-induced cancellation of the trip to Burlington last Tuesday, and then rain wiping out the North doubleheader on Thursday, and all four games Ottumwa would have played in the Ottumwa Classic Friday and Saturday. The Indianola pitcher is the senior of their two pitchers, Izzy Sloan. This will be her 19th start. She's 10-5 with an even 3.00 ERA, 77 innings pitched, 66 hits allowed, 42 runs, 33 earned. She has walked 38 and hit 12 batters. She struck out 64. Opponents have hit 224 against her. Now, Izzy Benge is their other pitcher. She's a sophomore. She's made 20 starts and is 12-3, but they're going with Sloan, although when I saw the lineup card, they'd actually crossed out Benge as the pitcher and put Sloan in there instead, so it was a late decision to go with Sloan. Again, you know, both of these teams at this point are trying to tune up for the postseason. By the way, Indianola does not know who they're going to play yet. They have a bye in the opening round of the regionals just like Ottumwa does, but unlike Ottumwa, their matchup is not set yet. They'll play the winner of the game between Des Moines Hoover and Glenwood. That game will be on Thursday. And then Indianola will host the winner of that game here on Saturday. Ottumwa, when the pairings came out, knew they were right into the regional semifinals at Cedar Rapids Jefferson. And that will be at 7 o'clock Saturday night from Larry Niemeyer Field, where we were just a couple of weeks ago for the Brian Irby Classic. Didn't play Jefferson, of course. We played Bettendorf and Benton. We'll play Jefferson on the 8th. And unlike the previous trip to Jefferson, because it's a postseason game and we're able to pay a rights fee, we will have live video coverage of that regional semifinal game as well as on the air on KBIZ. The two head coaches meeting at home plate. Mandy Baum, of course, for Ottumwa. Stacey Evans, a longtime head coach of Indianola, meeting with our umpires before they introduce tonight's lineups. Ottumwa going with, unless they're making a quick change in the dugout, Ottumwa going with the white jerseys with the pinstripes. Red lettering Ottumwa across the front, red numbers front and back, gray pants for the Bulldogs in this ball game. Indianola going with their gold jerseys. White lettering across the front, white numbers front and back, purple pants with gold trim and white socks for Indianola.
Number 32, Jocelyn Ware.
So now the lineup's being introduced, and yep, Ottumwa is in the white jerseys with the gray pants, and the Red Sox for OHS. If you were paying attention to the lineup, you heard a bit of a change. Sydney Rockhold's been batting second all year, or most of the year, and she's batting second tonight, but she's been the DP usually in game one of doubleheaders. Tonight, the only game, of course. But Rockhold's in right field, and that will allow Jordan Pauls to return to the lineup as a designated player. And I thought Ottumwa might do this down the stretch. Again, Paul's been dealing with an arm injury. He's been unable to catch, unable to play the field, had been limited to pinch hitting duties, but Ottumwa needs her bat in the lineup, and apparently she's good enough to hit, so she becomes the DP. They want to keep Sydney's bat in the lineup, so she's now playing right field. And we'll see if we see Ella Thompson, who had been in right field. Thompson may be used as a runner. She's got good speed. She might be a defensive replacement later if Ottumwa's got a lead. There's options for her, of course, but the big news for Ottumwa is that Jordan Pauls is back in the lineup and batting in the number 5 spot. So you've got Ware and Rockhold trying to get on base, and then your big RBI producers in Aller, Weeks, and Pauls, and then Ashlyn Sheets behind her. And I think maybe Sheets is a little bit more comfortable batting 5th or 6th in the order. She had been hitting cleanup earlier, but this lineup obviously missed Jordan Pauls, and it's good to have her back in the lineup. As you can hear behind me, the Indianola lineup being introduced to the fans here at their softball diamond. 180 feet down each line here in Indianola, 200 feet to straightaway center. Fence is 8 feet high, 9 feet high perhaps, all the way around. There's a big purple hitter's backdrop extending all the way from left center to right center, and the rest of the fence is see-through. We're glad to be up here in the press box for this broadcast. Last time we did a game in Indianola, we were behind home plate, and we actually got hit by the sprinkler that was watering down the infield. We had to put umbrellas over the equipment to protect it. Much better to be up in the press box. Much better camera angle for the ball game as well. All right, time now for the national anthem. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and return with the first pitch of tonight's ball game on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Indianola. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Carl Davis, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Ottumwa and Class 4A number 6 Indianola. Single varsity game here on a Monday night as both teams try to tune up for the postseason. Izzy Sloan in the circle for Indianola, the defense behind her. We find Katie Fosenberg in left, Dana Blake in center, Amanda Bauer in right, Kylie Kindle-Spire at third, Bryn Ortland at short, Izzy Benj at second, Jordan Grip at first, and Kyra Robbins is the catcher tonight. Top three in the Ottumwa order, of course, Jocelyn Ware, Sydney Rockhold, and Ella Aller. The Bulldogs have not played since 1 week ago, that doubleheader at Des Moines East, where we won game 1 and lost game 2. Won game 1 8-4, and then gave up 3 runs in the first inning. The offense couldn't bounce back, and we lost that game 3-2.
And here we go. Top of the first inning, leading off will be the shortstop, number 42.
Jocelyn Ware had 3 RBI in the win over Indianola a year ago. That was at Houston Field. Here at Indianola, we've had our hearts broken more than once. We'll talk about at least one of those instances as the game goes along, but we are ready to play ball. Sloan into the wind, and the first pitch of the ball game is high for ball 1. Our first pitch at 6:36 on a warm evening in Indianola. 1-0 to Ware. The next offering is high, 2-0. 85 degrees under sunny skies here in Indianola. There is a bit of a breeze, that helps. We've got a southwest wind at 7 miles an hour. Long look in by Sloan. Now the 2-0 to Ware. High and away, 3-0. Ware way ahead to start the ball game. The 3-0 pitch. Taken all the way. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Pop foul back over the screen, out of play, and the count fills at 3-2. Ware, then Rockhold, then Aller here for Ottumwa in the top of the first. If anybody gets on, Sam Weeks. 3-2. The payoff pitch. Pop foul to the left, that's out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. Now, they were talking about very high heat indexes or indices today, but it only feels like 88, so not too bad. Another 3-2 liner to left field, base hit. And a leadoff single to start the game for Jocelyn Ware and Ottumwa. That brings up Sydney Rockhold, the right fielder again tonight.
I'll bring to the plate the right fielder, number 24, Sydney Rockhold.
Obviously, we've not been at every game this season because we split between softball and baseball, but I don't believe Sydney started in right field this year before tonight. First pitch shows bunt. Got a good bunt down, back to the circle. In front of the circle, picking it up and firing to first is Sloan. Covering was the second baseman, Benj. Sacrifice successful, scored 1-4. Ware down to second with 1 down for Ella Aller.
Now batting for Ottumwa will be the second baseman, number 39, Ella Aller.
Aller also had 3 RBI in the win over Indianola last year. Runner at second, 1 down for Ottumwa here in the top of the first inning. Right-hander to right-hander, Sloan's pitch. And that's lined into left center. That's down for a hit. It's going to roll to the wall. Ware around third on her way to the plate. Aller hustling for second. Slides in with an RBI double, 1-0 Ottumwa. Well, that's how you get a quick start. Ella Aller was hitting the ball very well before our weather-forced week off and picks up right where she left off. Now here's Sam Weeks, the left-handed batting catcher.
Number 11, Sam Weeks.
First pitch to Sam. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh-1 to Weeks, the next offering. Outside corner called a strike, 0-2 on an off-speed pitch. Ware singled, Rockhold to sacrifice bunt, Aller an RBI double, 1-0 Ottumwa. Runner at second, 1 down, 0-2 to Weeks. Pitch on the way. fouled back. We'll do it again. Still 0-2. Boy, sitting up here reminds me of 5 years ago. And it's a memory that's bittersweet at best, even though we did a lot of good things that day. First, the 0-2 pitch. Outside 1-2. Regional final back when Ottumwa and Indianola were both in Class 5A. Indianola, of course, was a top seed. Here's another 1-2 pitch. Off-speed swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. First strikeout for Izzy Sloan. Now that brings up Jordan Pauls back in the lineup, still nursing that sore right arm, but able to bat. Jordan, 3 home runs on the season. First pitch, called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So we come into the regional final. We had won at Southeast Polk in the regional semifinal, 1-0 on a 6th-inning home run. That pitch down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. In fact, before I continue the story, I'm going to look up a couple details just to make sure my aging brain still has them right. Here's the 1-1. That's hitting the air down the right field line, twisting foul and landing out of reach. Count goes to 1-2 on Pauls. 1-0 Ottumwa. Aller at second, 2 down here in the top of the first. 1-2 to Jordan. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's in the dirt, but they'll throw down to first to complete the put out, and the inning is over. Ottumwa gets a run on 2 hits. They leave 1. After half an inning, the Bulldogs won. The Indians are coming to bat on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, Ottumwa 1, Indianola nothing. Bulldogs an early RBI double from Ella Aller, and now Ashlyn Sheets into the circle. The defense behind her, Avery Frankie in left, Maddie Hawkins center. Sydney Rockhold in right, Emma Strayer at third, Jocelyn Ware at short, Ella Aller at second, Hunter Caldwell at first, and Sam Weeks behind the plate. Top 3 in the Indianola order, Kylie Kindlespire, Bryn Ortland, and Dana Blake. Kindlespire, just a sophomore, batting .438, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 12 home runs, and 41 batted in. Leads the team in RBI from that leadoff spot. Sheets the lefty, one more warm-up pitch. Weeks fires down to second.
And here we go. We're moving to the bottom of the first inning.
And so Kindlespire, left-handed batting third baseman, will stand in.
Kindlespire.
Kindlespire kind of crowding that plate from the left-hand side. Sheets getting the sign from the dugout. And her first pitch in a week is up high, ball 1. So anyway, last half inning, we started talking about that 2018 regional final here between Ottumwa and Indianola. Bulldogs were coming off that 1-0 regional semifinal win at Southeast Polk, as that pitch is down low 2-0. And we'd won 1-0 on a 6th-inning home run by Jillian Heaton. So we get here to Indianola, and it is a pitcher's duel again. No score through the first 5 innings. The 2-0. Ground ball through the right side into right field, base hit. And Kindlespire has a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Bryn Ortland. Ortland, a senior, having an outstanding final campaign for the Indians, hitting .504 with a home run and 12 driven in. Another left-handed hitter. Kendall Spire's not their biggest base stealer, but she is 11 for 14 on the season. First pitch, rolled to third, kind of a swinging bunt, throw to first, will not be in time, and it gets away. Around third is Kendall Spire heading for home. The throw back in, not in time. Run scores all the way to third is Ortland, and we're tied at 1. So it's and then Ottumwa fell asleep. Ortland came home, and it's 2-1. So Ortland gets a single. She had the initial play beat out. And then the throwing error allows 2 runs to score. That's the simplified story anyway. So Ottumwa's lead gone in an instant. And here is Dana Blake, the center fielder. Takes a strike, 0-1. Blake, a sophomore, hitting .333, 2 home runs, 24 driven in. One to the right-handed batting center fielder. Pitch. Ground ball off the foot of Sheets. A line drive off her foot, really. It ricochets into shallow left. Frankie gets it back in, and Blake holds on with a single. But the question now is Sheets. That went off her foot. It looked like it was going to be a ground ball, but the first thing it hit was Ashland's shoe. Mandy Baum out of the dugout, but Sheets tells her, let me throw a warm-up pitch or two, see how I feel. Boy, when you release that ball, you are not far away from home plate. Ashland says she's okay. And the batter is the first baseman, Jordan Grip. Grip, a senior, batting .359, 8 home runs, 38 driven in. This Indianola team has a lot of power. First pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. See if I can tell that story between pitches here without anybody else taking a line drive off a body part. 0-1 the count. That pitch fouled off the end of the bat right side, 0-2. So we're playing the regional final. We're scoreless going into the 6th inning. And then Jillian Heaton, who'd hit the solo home run to beat Southeast Polk a few days before, hits a solo home run in the 6th inning again, and Ottumwa's up 1-0 again. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Set a high one, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Grip gone on 3 pitches for out number 1. First strikeout for Ashland Sheets. Brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. That brings up the left fielder, Katie Fosenberg. Junior hitting .317, 2 home runs, 15 driven in. 1 on, 1 out, 2-1 Indianola here in the bottom of the 1st inning. First pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. So Ottumwa scored a run in that top of the 6th inning, and this is 5 years ago, regional final 2018. Indianola came back, got 2 in the bottom of the 6th, and took the lead, and Ottumwa was down to its final 3 outs. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. So in that top of the 7th inning, Ottumwa got a couple runners on. And then with 2 out, Bulldogs down to their final out. Morgan Greiner doubled to the left center field gap. It scored the tying run. Sydney Cormany was the trailing runner. The 0-2 pitch is outside as the runner goes, and Weeks is unable to catch the pitch cleanly. And Blake will steal second without a throw. 1 and 2 to Fosenberg. And for Blake, that's her 13th steal of the year. She's not been caught. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Low and away, 2-2. So Greiner's double 5 years ago tied the game, but Cormany was held at third by Frank Houston, and there was no way she could score. The ball was already coming back in. It would have been suicidal to try to send her. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Snap throw out to short, but back to second as Blake 2 down. Second straight strikeout for Sheets. Again, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance at Ottumwa. That brings up the pitcher, Izzy Sloan. Sloan, a senior, batting .265 with 20 runs batted in. Boy, Sheets would do well to get out of this inning, only giving up the 2 runs. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. So Ottumwa tied that regional final 5 years ago in the top of the 7th. But left the go-ahead run at third, and then Casey Nickerson set Indianola down in order in the bottom of the 7th, and we went to extra innings. 1-0 is high in the count, 2-0. Ottumwa, though, had the bottom part of its order coming up in the top of the 8th. They were unable, I don't think they even had a base runner. Then in the bottom of the 8th inning, the top of the order was up for Indianola, and the first batter hit a walk-off home run and broke our hearts, 3-2. That pitch fouled off to the right in the count, 2-1. That was the last regional game that Frank Houston ever lost. Because, of course, in 2019, that Bulldog team came back, won a wild road regional final at Muscatine to take Frank to his final state tournament. And, of course, Frank retired after the 2019 season. But that 2019 state tournament trip was born in part out of the heartbreak that happened here the season before. Pitch low and away to Sloan in the count, 3-1. Runner at second, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. In a game that is not a regional game. Someone Indianola no longer in the same class. That pitch in the dirt, ball 4. 2-out walk to Sloan puts runners at first and second for Izzy Benj, the second baseman. Courtesy runner for Sloan will be Alexa Geyer. So Benj at the plate, a .329 hitter with 15 runs batted in, 2 on, 2 out. This inning started with Kylie Kindlespire singling, then Bryn Ortland, kind of a, not a bunt because her hands were together, but it was a choke-up slap roller to third that she beat out for a hit, then the throw was thrown away all the way down into the right field corner, and both the batter and the runner scored on the play. That gave the Indians a 2-1 lead. Dana Blake followed with a single off of Ashlyn Sheets' foot. Sheets struck out the next 2 batters, walked Sloan, and now 1-0 to Benj. That pitch fouled back, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Two on, 2 out, bottom of the first inning. The line by the lefty in the pitch on the outside corner, 1-2. Sheets has her sign, spins the ball on her left hip, and the 1-2 pitch. Popped up right side foul, that will get out of play, I believe. Yep, we can't see the right field corner past the dugout there, but that ball landed untouched, still 1-2. Very little foul territory here. Most pop-ups in foul territory end up out of play. Still 1-2 to Izzy Benj. Pitch on the way. Up and in. Count even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fouled back to the screen, we'll do it again. It is a hot summer day here in Indianola, and Ashlyn Sheets is exerting a lot of effort here in the first inning. This will be your 26th pitch of the inning, and it's popped up right side. That could be playable for Caldwell, and she'll make the catch in foul territory to retire the side. Indianola gets 2 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 2 left. After an inning, Bulldogs trail 2-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Bulldog softball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home on the corner of Penn and Jeff in Ottumwa. By Bridge City Realty, your Ottumwa and surrounding area real estate pros for buying or selling property. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's trusted experts. And by Graphics Masters on Albia Road in Ottumwa, across from the BP. Contact them for all your window or auto signage, vinyl decals, wall sayings, custom apparel, and advertisement needs. Ottumwa trailing Indianola 2-1 as the Bulldogs bat in the top of the second inning. Ashlyn Sheets, Emma Strayer, Avery Frankie will face Izzy Sloan. Sheets digs into that left-handed batter's box. First pitch of the inning on the way, and it's grounded up the middle, base hit. So Sheets has the third Ottumwa hit of the evening, and the Bulldogs have the leadoff hitter on for the second inning in a row. Should get a courtesy runner here for Ashlyn, and we will. That'll be Kendra Cole. And with Cole on first, the batter, Emma Strayer.
The runner down at first base will be number 10, and that's Kendra Cole for Ottumwa.
Our home plate umpire had stepped out from behind the plate to note the courtesy runner. And Emma Strayer was going into her warm-up swings, and our umpire almost walked right into one of those swings. Thankfully, he did not. Runner at first, Strayer showing bunt. Bunted it foul, third base side, 0-1. Bulldogs 17-13. Indianola 25-11 coming in. Indians lead at 2-1 here in the top of the second. The 0-1 to Strayer. Pop the bunt in the air. It will be caught by the catcher, Robbins. Throw back to first, not in time as Cole gets back for out number 1. For a moment, I thought that was actually going to drop as the first baseman grip was coming in but wasn't going to get there, but Robbins got out from behind the plate to make the play. That brings up Avery Frankie, the Bulldog left fielder. 1 on, 1 out. Ottumwa down a run here in the second inning. The pitch down low as Frankie was showing bunt, 1-0. But both corner infielders really coming in with that bunt shown. If you could squeeze that bunt between one of them and the pitcher, might get yourself on base. The 1-0. Bunted foul at the plate as it came up and hit Frankie in the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Frankie. The next offering from Sloan. Up high, 2-1. Bulldogs got their run in the first and an RBI double by Ella Aller. Indianola scored both of their runs on an infield hit and a 3-base error. Now the 2-1. Oh, that was called a strike. Boy, that ball was sliding well outside. Called a strike, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Frankie. Way outside, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Avery. Inside, ball 4. And now Ottumwa has 2 on with 1 out for the number 9 hitter, Maddie Hauk. Hauk's not hit for a high average this year, but she can turn on one. She hit a bases-clearing triple in the win over Des Moines East last Monday.
Center fielder, number 7, Maddie Hauk.
First pitch to Maddie. Ground ball to short. They'll tag the runner going by, throw to first, and it's a 6-3 double play to end the inning. Well, Maddie hit it hard on the ground, but right at Ortland, and it was able to tag Cole going by. Nothing that Kendra could do there, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Ottumwa down 2-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Bulldog softball brought to you by Sonic Drive-In, featuring made-to-order American classics, signature menu items, and speedy service from friendly car hops. Cruise on over to Sonic North 63 next to Walgreens for the ultimate Sonic experience. By William Penn University, the place to widen your potential. Daytime, online, and evening classes begin every 8 weeks. Visit wmpenn.edu for more information. And by Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. 8-9 and 1 up for Indianola here in the bottom of the second. They lead Ottumwa 2-1. Kyra Robbins, the catcher, leads it off. First pitch from Ashlyn Sheets is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Robbins, a junior, hitting .247, 4 home runs, and 14 batted in. Bright sunshine on the field here in Indianola. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss at a rise ball, 0-2. The shadow from the press box is covering some of the foul territory behind home plate in the left-handed batter's box, but if you're a right-handed batter like Robbins, you're still in the sunshine. 0-2, and the pitch. Outside, couldn't get her to chase, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Earlier today, the Ottumwa baseball team played at Waukee, a single varsity game that started at 3 in the afternoon. Waukee won the game 6-3, as the 1-2 pitch is high, 2-2. Of course, what's interesting about that is that Ottumwa and Waukee will play in the sub-state first round on Friday, again at Waukee. Today's matchup was originally supposed to be an evening doubleheader, as the 2-2 pitch is lifted to right center, and that's going to be down, and it gets by Hauk all the way to the fence. Rockhold gets it back in, but it is a double for Robbins, and a rare bit of a mistake there for Hauk, because she's looking into the sun. I think she thought she was going to catch that ball, and when she realized she couldn't get in a position to cut it off and hold it to a single. Courtesy runner for Robbins, that will be Caitlin Bonas. So runner at second, nobody out for the Indians, and the number 9 hitter, Tessa Grip, the younger of the Grip sisters, a freshman, batting .432, 4 home runs, and 19 batted in. We told you this lineup is loaded top to bottom. Ottumwa down 2-1 here in the bottom of the second, and that pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So anyway, quickly back to baseball again. The original schedule had them playing a doubleheader at Waukee tonight. Once Ottumwa and Waukee found out they would be first-round playoff opponents, they decided to play just a single varsity game and do it at 3 in the afternoon today. That pitch just missed, I guess, 1-1. And even though Ottumwa lost that game 6-3, I'm sure that neither team used any of the pitchers they would use on Friday. Now, I'm sure some of the position players played, but you're not giving away as much there. That pitch downstairs, and the count is 2-1 on Tessa Grip. Again, Bulldog baseball, Friday night at Waukee, first round of the sub-state playoffs. Then our softball team is at Cedar Rapids Jefferson, Saturday night, first round of the regionals. Or pardon me, that'll be a regional semifinal. The 2-1 up and in, 3-1. It'll be our first game, but we had a first-round bye, so it's a regional semifinal. Three balls and a strike. That pitch inside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Sheets. 2 on, nobody out, top of the order. That is true in any game, but I would say especially true against a lineup like Indianola. You do not want to let the 8 and 9 hitters get on base in front of the top of the order.
The third baseman, Kylie Kindlespire.
Kylie Kindlespire singled and scored in the Indians' 2-run first inning. Takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike here, 0-1. The 0-1 offering. Fouled at the plate. And it trickles away, count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bonas, the courtesy runner at second. Tessa Grip, the runner at first. Kindlespire at the plate for the Indians. The 0-2 way outside, up and away. 1-2. I tried to say pitch was up and outside and make it one word, so we turned it into upside there for a moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball, foul down the first baseline. We'll do it again at 1-2. Still 1-2 to Kindlespire. She's shielding her eyes as she looks into the dugout to get the sign from Mandy Baum. Again, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got her on a rise ball, big first out here in this second inning, and that's already the 3rd strikeout for Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. So here's Bryn Ortland, who had the slap infield hit, and then the ball thrown away for a 3-base error that allowed both Ortland and Kindlespire to score. The Indians 2 runs in the first inning. 2-on-1 out here for Ortland in the pitch. Up and away, ball 1. One and 0 to Ortland. Pitch on the way. Third base side rolled foul on a bunt, and the count even at a ball and a strike. Again, and I haven't seen an Ottumwa hitter do this in a while, but I think Olivia Rourke used to do this a decade ago for Ottumwa. It's not technically a bunt. Her hands go way up on the bat, but they stay together. And it's a swing, not a bunt, and the difference is you can do that with 2 strikes. If your hands are apart and you foul it off with 2 strikes, you're out. Hands are together, it's a swing. And she fouls that back, same kind of swing, 1-2. She's trying to roll it at Emma Strayer at third. Strayer would like to hold her ground. They've got a force at third, first and second, 1 out. Let's see if Ortland changes her approach with 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the second. The pitch, outside, 2-2, and that time Ortland's hands did not move up the bat. Two and two to the Indian shortstop. Again, Bonas at second. Tessa Grip at first. 1 out. It's bottom of the second inning. Dogs down a run, trying to keep it right there. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back on a full swing. We'll do it again at 2-2. Ortland has struck out 10 times this season, and I'm actually a little surprised by that. I thought that number would be a little lower. 2-2. Pitch on the way. Little floater right side. That'll land fair down the line, base hit. Rockhold can't pick it up. 1 run is in. Stopping at third is Grip. Into second is Ortland. It is 3-1. Bonas scores. Ortland will get an RBI for that, and then Rockhold unable to field the ball cleanly. That'll be an error, the second error of the game on Ottumwa. Runners at second and third with 1 out for Dana Blake, who singled off Sheets' foot in the first inning. First pitch, strike at the knees, 0-1. The last name Blake, very familiar in Indianola, of course, and it was familiar to anybody who's a baseball fan of a certain age. Casey Blake had a nice major league career after coming out of Indianola, and Dana's one of his children. There's a ground ball slowly left side, fielded by Strayer. Throw to first in time for the outrun scores, and it's 4-1. Caldwell walking Ortland back to third, handing the ball back to Sheets in the circle. So Grip scores. Blake will get the RBI on the ground out. Runner at third, 2 down, and the batter Jordan Grip, who struck out her first time up. First pitch, ground ball back to the circle. Sheets has it, throw to first, and the inning is over. But Indianola gets 2 more runs on 2 hits. There was an error and 1 left. We go to the third. Dogs down 4-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning. Ottumwa High softball brought to you by Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive for 24/7 emergency service, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, and professional service at Roto-Rooter, servicing Ottumwa and surrounding areas. By Family First Chiropractic on West 2nd Street in Ottumwa, delivering an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure their clients receive the best results as fast as possible. And by Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, your premium broadband provider now in Wapello County. Go to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com to purchase fiber internet at your home. Top of the third, Ottumwa trailing Indianola 4-1. Top of the order due up for the Dogs, Ware, Rockhold, and Aller. First pitch from Izzy Sloan is popped up by Ware. The shortstop Ortland underneath it. Edge of the outfield grass makes the catch, 1 down. That'll bring up Sydney Rockhold, a sacrifice bunt, her first time up.
And that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Sydney Rockhold.
Top of the third inning, let's get back into our Ottumwa softball trivia as we celebrate 50 years of Ottumwa softball this year. First pitch to Rockhold, lifted into left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Sydney Rockhold with her first hit. Dogs have 4 hits on the ball game. 1 on, 1 out for Ella Aller, who had the RBI double to drive in the Ottumwa run in the first.
Now coming to plate will be the second baseman, Ella Aller.
First pitch to Ella misses for ball 1. One and 0 to Aller. Rockhold at first and 1 down, top of the third. That pitch fouled off to the right, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Going through my list of trivia questions here, trying to find a good one. Now the 1-1. Off-speed grounded to short. Ortland will step on second, throw to first, and threw it away. Aller will race for second. The throw back to second is not in time. Boy, Ortland was bound and determined to try to turn a double play there. That was probably not a throw she should have made, and it was well wide. So she gets the force out at second. Rockhold retired 6 unassisted. Aller reaches on the fielder's choice and advances to second on the throwing error. And she's there for Sam Weeks, who fouls it off to the left. 0-1. Weeks struck out her first time up. All right, here's our trivia question. You know, we played a JV varsity set tonight. Of course, we're only broadcasting the varsity game, but how many consecutive wins is the JV school record for Ottumwa softball? Pitch misses low, and the count is a ball and a strike. What is the consecutive win record for Ottumwa JV softball? just how many wins in a row when they did it. We've got 4 choices here. And the 1-1 is upstairs 2-1. Is it 75 in a row, 97 wins in a row, 117 wins in a row, or 167 wins in a row for Ottumwa JV? Pitch further up and into Weeks, bending her back off the plate, 3-1. So we'll have the answer for that trivia question in the top of the 4th inning. Again, how many consecutive wins is the JV school record? Sluggers count for Weeks, the 3-1. Called a strike on the outside corner, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 2 down. The payoff pitch. Low and away, ball 4. Weeks works a 2-out walk and passes the baton to Jordan Pauls. Should get a courtesy runner for Sam here. And that will be Ella Thompson. So Thompson at first, Aller at second, 2 down for Pauls, who struck out her first time up.
Number 47, Ella Thompson.
Dogs down 4-1, but Pauls does represent the tying run with 2 out here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch. Swing and a miss, chased one outside, strike 1. The thing about Jordan, again, having missed time, don't know how well her timing's going to be at the plate. And that's why you want to get her in the lineup tonight, and I assume she'll be the DP both games against Ankeny on Wednesday. Just give her a chance to get that timing back down before we play in the regionals on Saturday. Here's the 0-1. Sails outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Pauls. The next offering. Looped foul right side, bouncing off the screen in front of the first base dugout. Ottumwa's dugout. Count is 1-2. 1-2 to Jordan. 2 on, 2 out, top 3. The pitch, swing, and just did get a piece, fouled that back. Still 1-2. Boy, there's a lot of lateral movement away from a right-handed hitter from these pitches from Sloan. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ottumwa down 4-1 here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Bulldog softball brought to you by Mike and the team at Mike's Pizza, Ottumwa's favorite place to eat, and by Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. Indianola 4, Ottumwa 1 as the Indians come to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Indianola. Fosenberg, Sloan, and Benge. Ottumwa got a run in the top of the 1st, with the Indians 2 in the bottom of the 1st, 2 in the bottom of the 2nd.
And here we go. Bottom of the 3rd inning, leading off will be the left fielder, Katie Fosenberg.
Fosenberg struck out her first time up. Through 2 innings, Ashlyn Sheets has had to throw 50 pitches. She has struck out 3, she's walked 2, and allowed 5 hits. She's given up 4 runs, 2 earned, 2 unearned. First pitch, upstairs, ball 1. 1-0 to Fosenberg, the left fielder for the Indians. The pitch, inside 2-0. There is some activity in that Indianola bullpen. pitch, down low. Sheets behind in the count. The pitch called a strike on the inside corner. Thinking about that throwing in the Indianola pen, Sloan's been pitching fairly well. But we are at a point in the season. We'll get back to that after this pitch. Soft floater into shallow center for a leadoff single. Fosenberg with the 6th hit of the game for the Indians, and that'll bring up Izzy Sloan, who walked her first time up. What I was getting at with the bullpen is, it wouldn't surprise me if Indianola used more than one pitcher in this game. Again, you know, both teams want to win the game, but the big focus, the big picture focus for both these teams is getting ready for their regional games. And for Indianola, this is their last regular season game. Bunt shown, bunt at first base side. Caldwell has it. Throw to first, Aller covering in time for the out, 1 down. Fosenberg to second, sacrifice 3-4 by Sloan. And the batter is Izzy Benj, who fouled out her first time up. So you've got back-to-back Izzy's in the batting order, and it's spelled differently, too. Izzy Sloan is I-Z-Z-Y. Izzy Benj is I-Z-Z-I-E. Runner at second, 1 down for the Indians here in the bottom of the third. Bunted back to the circle. Sheets double clutched, and the throw not in time. Safe at first is Benj. Runners on the corners with 1 out. That's an infield hit. And it brings up Kyra Robbins, who doubled and scored in the second inning. Indianola wants a pinch runner for Benj. And that'll be Macy Crossan.
Indianola, number 2 is Macy Crossan. And at the plate for Indianola will be the catcher, Kyra Robbins.
Again, that is a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner. Benj is the second baseman. First and third, 1 out, and here's Robbins. First pitch from Sheets. Upstairs, ball 1. We talked last inning about Jordan Pauls trying to shake off the rust after having been out of the lineup for a few weeks. Really, everybody for Ottumwa was trying to shake off some rust after missing an entire week thanks to the weather. Bulldogs would have had 8 games under their belt, all wiped out by weather last week. That pitch swung on and missed, and down to second goes Crossan. Ottumwa will not contest it. So a stolen base. Count even at 1-1. Now runners at second and third and 1 down. The pitch. On the inside corner for a called strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sheets could really use her 4th strikeout right here. The pitch. Fly ball to left. Frankie going back. Still going back. That ball is gone. Boy, I didn't think it was hit that hard off the bat. But a 3-run home run for Kyra Robbins has broken this game open. It is 7-1. That is the 5th home run on the season for Robbins. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Tessa Grip, who walked and scored her first time up.
And that'll bring to the plate Tessa Grip.
That home run ball off the bat of Robbins didn't have that home run sound. In fact, when it was first hit, I thought, well, will that be deep enough to score the run? And then I saw Frankie moving back. As that pitch is hit in the air, foul off to the right out of play, 0-1. And I thought, well, there's a sac fly, and then Avery just kept running and ran out of room. So base is now empty with 1 down in the 0-1. Ground ball sharply left side base hit. Back to the top of the order. Kylie Kindlespire singled and scored in the first, struck out in the second.
Now back top of the order with the third baseman, Kylie Kindlespire.
Ottumwa down 7-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. And again, Ottumwa maybe a little out of rhythm, a little rusty after not playing for a week. First pitch, lined into right center. That's in the gap, all the way to the fence. Grip racing for third. They're going to wave her home, and the relay will not be made. RBI double for Kindlespire. It is 8-1. That'll bring up Bryn Ortland, who has singled twice and scored once.
And it'll bring the plate shortstop, Bryn Ortland.
First pitch, bunted third base side. Strayer needs to put that in her pocket. Throw to first is well late, and Ortland's going to race all the way to second as nobody was covering second. Kindlespire stopped at third. And the batter, Dana Blake, who has singled and hit an RBI ground out.
And that brings it to plate, center fielder, Dana Blake.
Honestly, that's a ball that Strayer just needs to not throw. As there's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Don't make that throw and maybe take a few steps up towards second base, because Ware's over covering third. And Aller was covering first as Caldwell was coming in on the bunt. Now the 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. There was no chance to get Ortland at first, way too fast, but if Strayer holds the ball and takes a couple steps towards second, while also keeping an eye on Kindlespire heading into third, maybe you at least keep Ortland at first, although she probably would have stolen second anyway. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Indianola leading 8-1 here in the bottom of the third. 4 runs home in the inning. Second and third, still only 1 out. Sheets brings it home. And a fly ball to center. It's right at Houck. Makes the catch. 2 down. Runner tags. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Throw to third. Into left field. Up and running home is Ortland, and it is 10-1. Blake will get an RBI on the sac fly, or second RBI of the game. Kindlespire will be the run that's credited for the RBI. And then Ortland tags and goes to third and then goes home on the throwing error. And whether that's earned or unearned will depend on how this at-bat goes with Jordan Grip, who has struck out and grounded back to the circle 0 for 2. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Tough evening for Ashlyn Sheets, but I will say this. She can draw encouragement from her own head coach as that pitch is lined on the right field line, foul. And the count even at a ball and a strike. Let's go back 10 years, 2013. And of course, back then, Mandy was still Mandy Moore and was Ottumwa's ace pitcher as a senior. Or was it 2012? It was one of those two, because Ottumwa went to the state tournament both years. But Mandy's final start before the state tournament, we had a road trip to Valley. So we're playing up in West Des Moines. As the 1-1 is fouled back, 1-2. And Ottumwa did not fare well that day. We lost that game to Valley 12-2 in 5 innings. Mandy shook that off, pitched 2 outstanding regional games, got Ottumwa to the state tournament, and I do think that was 2013 because that was a year that we went on to beat Cedar Rapids Jefferson in the state quarterfinals. Pitch way high, 2-2 to Grip. So a bad start right before regionals does not have to be something that lingers, and Mandy Baum in the dugout knows that better than anybody in a Ottumwa uniform. Slow chopper left side, Strayer has it, throw to first, inning over. And so that final run unearned. But Indianola gets 6 in the inning. They lead 10-1 as we go to the 4th inning on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
High-speed internet is here. powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the fourth inning. Big mountain to climb for Ottumwa tonight here in Indianola. Single varsity softball game on KBIZ and on the live video stream. And Ottumwa trails the Class 4A number 6 Indians 10-1. I don't want to say that it was predictable that Ottumwa would struggle tonight, but again, we haven't played in a week. Trip to Burlington on Tuesday, canceled because of poor air quality. Rained out Thursday, rained out Friday and Saturday in the Classic. 8 games missed. Here's Ashlyn Sheets, singled her first time up. Takes an outside corner strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Up and away, 2-1. Double checking my memory, because if I don't, Frank Houston will tell me when I'm wrong. Now I'm thinking that was 2012 when Mandy lost to Valley right before regionals. Here's a 2-1 to Sheets. Popped up left side. That carried pretty well. Going back and making the catch right up against the fence is the left fielder Fosenberg for out number 1. Boy, Sheets opposite field, and again, didn't sound like the ball was hit all that hard, but it really carried out to left. Sheets hit that a lot harder than I thought. And I'm checking the wind, and I think what little wind there is might be blowing out to left, but there's not very much wind at all. Emma Strayer takes a pitch up high, ball 1. So, yeah, it was Valley in 2012, final game of the regular season. That pitch comes in and hits Strayer in the hip. And I think that is the 13th batter that Sloan has hit this season. So Strayer's at first with 1 out for Avery Frankie, who walked her first time up. Again, just recapping the parallel here. Ottumwa head coach Mandy Baum, back when she was still Mandy Moore, lost to Valley 12-2 in her final regular season outing, and then pitched Ottumwa to the state tournament after that. Frankie takes a strike, 0-1. In the regionals, Ottumwa that year beat Lincoln 8-1 and then beat Waukee 5-4. Oh, 1 to Avery. Strayer at first. Pitch from Izzy Sloan. Bunted. Good bunt first base side. Into field at his grip. Throw to first in time. And then the throw by Benj down to second. Not in time to get Strayer as Emma dove back into the bag. So Frankie with a sacrifice. 3-4 on the putout. Strayer at second with 2 down for Maddie Houck, who grounded to shorter first time up.
And that brings the plate center fielder, Maddie Howe.
First pitch, inside, ball 1. It's almost scored a run in the top of the first on Ella Aller's RBI double, but it's been all Indianola since then. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and then 6 in the third, and they lead 10-1. The 1-0 to Maddie. Called a strike on the outer half, 1-1. Sloan's 1-1. Off the end of the bat, foul right side, 1-2. Indianola 10 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Ottumwa 1 run, 4 hits, and 3 errors. Now the 1-2. High, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a roller third base side, fielded by Kindlespire, throw to first in time. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, and a runner left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Ottumwa trailing 10-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Ottumwa trailing Indianola 10-1. Bulldogs softball tonight on KBIZ.
Hey, there we go. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, leading off.
So Ottumwa's down 9. And you hate to mention it, but if Indianola scores 3 runs in this inning, the ball game will end. First pitch to Fosenberg. Misses inside, ball 1. Fosenberg 1 for 2 with a single and a run. Or was that pitch called a strike? Okay, we'll go with 0-1. The next offering. Pop to center. Back is Howe. Makes a running catch just shy of the track. Maddie came in a couple steps, and then that ball was carrying. Had to hustle back and made a fine play.
And that brings to the plate the pitcher, Izzy Sloan.
Izzy Sloan, the batter, does not have an at-bat in this game, has walked and laid down a sacrifice. First pitch, missed high, ball 1. That catch was the first time that Sheets has retired the leadoff hitter in an inning tonight. 1-0 to Sloan. Pitcher to pitcher, lefty to righty. And that pitch low and away, 2-0. So again, Ottumwa down 9. If Indianola doesn't score, then the Bulldogs know they'll see at least the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-0. Downstairs 3-0. If Indianola scores 1 or 2 runs, then Ottumwa would have to get the deficit back under 10 in the top of the 5th inning, or we'd be done. If the Indians get 3 runs in this inning, we will be done without ever finishing the inning. The 3-0 hit in the air, foul off to the right, out of play. Bouncing over towards the concession stand, 3-1. Of course, we've broadcast from this complex many times over the years, baseball and softball. A little more frequently when these two schools are in the same conference. The 3-1, skied to center, back is Howe. Looks like she'll have room, makes the catch, 2 down, over towards left center in front of the scoreboard. 2 out, nobody on.
And for Indianola, that'll bring up the second baseman
For Izzy Benge. Benge was 1 for 2 with a single. She was replaced by a pinch runner last inning, but reinserted in the top of the 4th. First pitch from Sheets. Low and away, ball 1. One and 0 to Benge, 2 out, nobody on. And that's hit in the air to center. Maddie Houck's going to make all 3 outs in the inning. And she does. And Sheets sets the Indians down in order. We go to the fifth inning. Ottumwa down 10-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the fifth inning, Indianola 10, Ottumwa 1. The Bulldogs kept the Indians off the board in the fourth inning for the first time tonight, and so Ottumwa does not have to score to keep the game going past the top of the fifth, but they'd like to cut into the deficit, certainly. Top of the order due up, Jocelyn Ware, Sydney Rockhold, Ella Aller. Ware has singled and scored and popped out. So we didn't in the top of the fourth inning because it went so fast we didn't get a chance to answer the trivia question for tonight, as Ware takes a pitch low and away, ball one. The question was, when Ottumwa set the school record for consecutive wins by the JV squad, how many wins in a row was it? Pitch inside 2-0 to Ware, and your options were 75 wins in a row, 97 wins in a row, 117, or 167. As the 2-0 pitch, up and away 3-0. And if you guessed on the high side, you guessed right. Ottumwa's JV squad once won 167 games in a row. Here's the 3-0. On the outside corner for a called strike, 3-1. Sluggers count for Ware, the 3-1. Driven to center, pretty well hit. And over the head of the center fielder, Blake, and up against the fence. Ware into second with a leadoff double. I tell you what, that ball is carrying tonight for both teams. You hit the ball in the air, it's going to fly. So Ottumwa's got the leadoff hitter on. Third time in 5 innings. And the batter, Sydney Rockhold, who is 1 for 1, has a sac bunt and a single. First pitch. Chop left side foul, and the count 0-1. Ottumwa now 5 hits. They've got a run on 5 hits. They've committed 3 errors. Indianola 10 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Top of the fifth inning. The 0-1 to Sydney. That's hit in the air to right center. That could be in the gap, and it is just out of the reach of the right fielder Bauer. Ware around third on her way home. Throw to second, not in time. Rockhold an RBI double. It's 10-2. Back-to-back doubles to start the fifth inning for Ottumwa. So there's still some fight in these Bulldogs tonight. Sydney gets an RBI. She's 2 for 2. Time called, and Indianola head coach Stacy Evans out to the circle. And I believe they are going to make a change here. So it's a call to the bullpen for Indianola. Top of the fifth inning, Bulldogs a run home, runner at second, nobody out, still trailing 10-2. And we'll take 30 seconds, come back and tell you about the change on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The new Indianola pitcher is sophomore right-hander Ava Ticky, who's essentially been their third pitcher this year. This will be her 13th appearance. She has one start, a 2-3 record, a 3.68 ERA, 32 and a third innings pitched, 30 hits allowed, 25 runs, 17 of them earned, 8 walks, 2 hit batters, 14 strikeouts, and opponents have hit .233 against her.
And taking right field will be Tessa Grip for Indianola defensively.
Also for Indianola, Tessa Grip, who had been the designated player, will now be in right field, and that replaces the flex player Amanda Bauer. Ottumwa still trails 10-2, but the Bulldogs have started the 5th inning with back-to-back doubles, and that ended the evening for Izzy Sloan, who threw 4 innings plus 2 batters. So I believe with the changes here, that makes Izzy Sloan now the DP. And that would make Ticky the flex player. And first batter Ticky faces is Aller, ground ball to third. Kittlemeyer's throw to first in time, and on the throw, Rockhold able to advance to third. So Kendall Spire throws out Aller for out number 1, and the batter Sam Weeks was struck out and walked.
And the batter is the catcher, Sam Weeks.
Runner at third, 1 down. First pitch. Up high, ball 1. To Sam, sails outside, off-speed pitch, 2-0. Izzy Sloan, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Is responsible for the runner on third. Ground ball to short. Ortland looks the runner back, throw to first in time, 2 down. Rockhold holds at third. And the batter Jordan Pauls, who struck out twice against Sloan and will now face Ticky for the first time. First pitch, off speed on the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1, down and in all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch coming home is Rockhold. She slides in, or pardon me, they had a pinch runner there. I didn't notice that. Lexi Ferguson scores. And it's 10-3. One and one now to Pauls. Base is empty, 2 down. That pitch up and away, 2-1 to Pauls. The 2-1 pitch, outside, 3-1. So that run-scoring wild pitch closes the book on Izzy Sloan. 4 innings pitched, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 62 pitches. And again, she pitched 4 complete, so she's in line for the win. Here's the 3-1 to Pauls. Taken all the way, that's in for a strike, 3-2. Ashlyn Sheets on deck if the inning continues. 3-2 to Pauls. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 in the inning is over. Ottumwa gets 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave none. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Dogs down 10-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fifth inning. Ottumwa trailing Indianola. The Bulldogs have shaved a couple runs off the deficit. It's now 10-3. Ashlyn Sheets set down the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Indianola in order in the fourth, and now she'll face 8, 9, and 1 here in the fifth. But 8, 9, and 1 have given her some issues. Kyra Robbins has a double and a 3-run homer. Tessa Grip has a single and a walk. And then at the top of the order, Kylie Kindlespire is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and RBI. Robbins homer to left. A 3-run shot, her 5th of the year, back in the third inning. First pitch here, in there for a strike, 0-1. Ottumwa down 10-3. If the Indians get 3 runs in this inning, the game will end on the 10-run rule. Oh, 0-1 to Robbins. The pitch fouled back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Sheets rocks and fires. Slow roller to third. Strayer has it. Throw to first in time for out number 1.
And that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Tessa Grip.
Tessa Grip, the batter. A walk, a single, 2 runs scored. Grip began the game as the DP, now playing right field. Ashlyn Sheets has set down 6 in a row. First pitch, high, ball 1. Ashlyn toes the rubber. Here's the 1-0. Low, 2-0. Ottumwa got a run in the top of the first, and then Indianola 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 6 in the third. Bulldogs did get 2 back in the top of this 5th inning. Now the 2-0. Line to right, Rockhold back, off the tip of her glove, just couldn't quite bring it in. Grip racing for second, and she will get there ahead of the throw. It is a 1-out double. Maddie Houck over to offer a little encouragement to Sydney. Top of the order, Kylie Kindlespire. Singled and scored in the first, struck out in the second, RBI double and a run in the third.
Kylie Kindlespire.
Lefty to lefty the pitch. Fly ball to center, that's well hit. Back is Houck, and that is gone. A 2-run home run for Kindlespire. And it is 12-3. That is Kindlespire's team-leading 13th home run of the season. And her RBI total up to 44. And now at 12-3, one more run would end this game. So Ottumwa needs to get 2 more outs without allowing a run so they get a chance to bat in the 6th. Bryn Ortland, the batter. 3 singles, 2 runs. First pitch, outside corner strike, 0-1. Some of the other deep fly balls in the home run by Robbins earlier didn't sound that good off the bat. That one off the bat of Kindlespire sounded like she got all of it right away. Here's the 0-1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ortland digs back in. Now the 1-1. Sails outside, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The next offering. Bunted foul back behind the plate, 2-2. Our home plate umpire is walking back out with Ashlyn Sheets, and I think that the bunt either got a piece of Sam Weeks, our catcher, or it got a piece of the umpire. And he may have been just walking that off as it hit him in the foot. 2-2. Sheets brings it home. Liner caught by Sheets in the circle for out number 2. First time she's been able to retire Ortland tonight, and that'll bring up Dana Blake. Blake is 1 for 2 with a single, an RBI grounder, and an RBI sacrifice fly. Two out, nobody on. Indianola leading 12-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, low, ball 1. Want to know the count to the number 3 hitter for the Indians, Dana Blake. The pitch, liner into left field. That's down for a hit. That's going to roll to the fence. Frankie picks it up quickly, fires it back in. It's a little offline. And that's a 2-out double for Blake, and that is the game-ending run at second. The batter is Jordan Grip.
And that brings up late first baseman Jordan Grip.
Grip is the only batter in the Indianola order who has yet to reach base. She has struck out once and grounded out twice. Somewhat down 9, 12-3, bottom of the 5th inning. Indianola runner at second, 2 down. If that run comes home, our night is done. The pitch, low and away, ball 1. Sheets toes the rubber, the 1-0. Fly ball to center, Houck going back, still going back, can't get it up against the fence. The run scores, and that'll do it, as Indianola will win it in 5 innings by a final of 13-3 on the RBI double by Jordan Grip. We'll take 3 minutes, come back and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is how we Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies? Okay.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time tonight to Indianola, where your Ottumwa softball team falls to the Class 4A number 6 Indians, 13-3 in 5 innings. For Indianola, 13 runs, 15 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base. Izzy Sloan, the winning pitcher, now 11-5. For Ottumwa, 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 home runs, 5 left on base. Ashlyn Sheets, the loss, now 10-8. The ball game took 1 hour and 20 minutes to complete. 2 home runs in the game, both by Indianola, one by Kylie Kindlespire and one by Kyra Robbins. Ottumwa falls to 17-14. Indianola finishes their regular season at 26-11. The Bulldogs softball team will end its regular season with a doubleheader on Wednesday at home against Class 5A number 3 Ankeny. But our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics will be baseball Wednesday night, as we'd already signed on to do Ottumwa baseball, hosting Fort Madison, single varsity game at 7 o'clock from John Hart Stadium. Pre-game show right around 6:45 on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. I want to thank all our sponsors one more time. Meridian Credit Union, Bridge City Realty, Graphics Masters, Sonic Drive-In, William Penn University, Mercy One Ottumwa, Roto-Rooter, Family First Chiropractic, Citizens Mutual, Mike's Pizza, Community First Credit Union, and Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach Mandy Baum for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Carl Davis, the radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Softball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you Wednesday night when the Bulldog baseball team finishes its regular season at home against Fort Madison. Until then, good night, everybody.